Welcome to Bloomers in the Garden. I'm Len Schroeder.
And I'm Julio Zamora.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about roses.
In our first segment, we'll be talking about types of roses and good cultural practices.
And then roses have some problems, so we're going to talk about diseases and insects.
And then in our next segment, we'll be talking about controlling weeds.
In our fourth segment, we have a primer on what you should do if you want to plan your landscape and what you should bring with you when you go to the nursery.
And then we're going to talk about our favorite plants in the nursery right now.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short break. Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call us on the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. And if we use your question on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden. Does your garden have planting insurance? It can now with Biotone Starter Plus from Espoma. It's the ultimate starter plant food. The secret is a special blend of natural organic plant food, beneficial microbes, and mycorrhizal fungi. The result? Plants grow faster, roots grow deeper, flowers and vegetables flourish. Best of all, every Espoma product is safe for people, pets, and the planet. Visit espoma.com for a retailer near you. Biotone Starter Plus from Espoma, a natural in the garden since 1929. The Bird Sanctuary at Bloomer's Home and Garden Center is dedicated to the care and feeding of wild birds. We carry a flock of feeders like the Brome Squirrel-Proof Feeder, which has a lifetime guarantee. Brome makes fantastic feeders for frustrating squirrels and feeding songbirds. Bloomer's Bird Sanctuary has a vast selection of wild bird seed, suet, seed cakes, and mealworms. We carry Lyric, Coles, C&S, Pine Tree Farms, and our own line called Bloomer's Blend. Bloomer's Blend Songbird Magnet contains premium black oil sunflower, peanut splits, millet, safflower, and tree nuts. It's sure to attract the most colorful songbirds to your yard. Bloomer's Home and Garden Center is located in Washington Township in Gloucester County, New Jersey. Visit us online at www.bloomers.com. When you come in, ask for Shirley Spurbeck, Bloomer's Wild Bird Specialist. Mention you heard it on Bloomers in the Garden Radio, and we'll give you $10 off a 20-pound bag of Bloomer's Blend Songbird Magnet Mix.
All right, Len, we're back. And we've got a two-part segment on roses. Roses are not only the only plants that flower all summer, but they come back every year also.
There you go. Wonderful? One of the only ones, because usually you have to give to get. Well, we've got two categories of roses these days. I mean, knockout roses have completely blew up the whole rose industry.
Taken over, huh?
They have. They have. So we got to think of things as landscape roses and hybrid roses. So landscape rose, knockouts, drift roses, which are more of like a medium size, like a 2 to 3 foot ground cover rose.
Nice.
Carpet roses, which are a ground cover rose.
Lower.
Yep.
Very nice.
Things that are grown more like a landscape plant than they are than for that traditional hybrid tea rose.
Right.
You know?
So you have a hybrid tea rose, right?
Yeah.
You have the grandiflora and the floribundas.
Yep, those are all those hybrids that are the traditional. Like right now we have in those Chicago Peace roses.
Oh, yes.
That's an old rose. Rose. And you know, it's nice that there seems to be a resurgence of people asking for those
Isn't
roses.
That great?
It is great.
Yeah, I love it.
I told the story about going into, I was in one of the parks, and it was an arboretum, and they had a rose section, and I went to go look at the roses thinking that I would see all hybrid teas and grandifloras and floribundas, and they had stupid knockout roses.
No.
It's like, what
happened?
Come on. That stinks.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Now, the grandifloras are a little taller, aren't they, Len?
Yeah, a little taller. Think of it this way. Hybrid teas have those big flowers.
Right.
Where you appreciate the flower.
Yeah.
And that where grandifloras and floribundas, most of the time they're smaller roses, still nice size, but they're all on the plant. So they make you appreciate the plant more than just the flower.
Yeah. And the floribundas, you can use them in borders, correct? They're a nice, they're floribundas.
I mean, tall border though.
Tall border, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then also we got to throw climbers in there.
Oh yeah, climbers. Yeah,
They're part of that hybrid.
that's right.
Where
Yeah.
Blaze is like the
Blaze.
oldest one there is. Right, we have American right now. I think American
America.
Beauty,
Yeah,
right?
American Beauty.
That's a nice
Oh,
rose.
yeah.
That seems
Very
to be taking over Blaze, and there used to be
Yeah.
Don Juan, but
Don Juan.
I think that other variety is
Is it a
taking
red?
over.
Is that a red?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into talking about pruning.
Pruning, yes. How important is that?
Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're growing or you have any of the hybrid roses, when you prune in season, you want to take that cut below the first cluster of leaves.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
When you have a rose and you have the flower,
Right.
and then below the flower there's a set of 3 leaves.
3 leaves.
And then below that, there's a set of 5
5
leaves.
leaves,
You
right.
want to go below that
Below
5th
that.
leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why that is?
That must be for the energy to spring back the flowers.
Well, that's a fancy way of saying it. But yeah, it basically, what it does is that encourages you to get flowers rather than foliage.
Right.
So you end up getting that
More.
flower.
A flower back.
That's what we want. We want flowers.
There you go. We love it.
With landscape roses,
What happens?
you can pretty much cut them where
them
you
right.
want,
Yeah.
where you need to.
Right.
You can follow the same rule of thumb. It still does apply, but they're so big and bushy and full that a lot of times you got to shear them more than just cut them individually. If you're willing to take the time to do it by stem, then by all means do it.
Right.
But you don't have to.
Right.
Where the other ones you really should.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
So you get that second flush, really nice.
Yeah, and that's what we're after.
Right.
That's what we're after, because it's really really important. No matter what roses you get, that I call them pigs because they love to eat.
They do, don't they?
Oh, they do, and that you want to make sure that you're using a granular fertilizer and a water soluble, not one or the other.
Both, huh?
Both.
Ah.
Granular fertilizer like Rose Tone from a spoma,
Right.
excellent fertilizer.
Excellent. Slow
Organic.
release, right?
Yeah, and it's slow release because it's organic.
All right. We like that.
It is good science.
It is good science.
Good science.
Now, why do you put that second one in there that you were talking about?
Water soluble?
Yes.
Because think of it, it's a supplement and it is immediately available to the plant. So that plant, it can feed on a constant basis off of that rose tone, that granular fertilizer.
Okay.
But it can't always give it that boost of, say, phosphorus or something else that it might need right away, where the water solubles can.
Oh, it does.
Immediately available to the
Picks
plant.
it right up.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And it even, old timers will say that it's actually can be absorbed through the leaves a little bit. I'm not sure
yeah?
if that science has ever been proven.
How about that?
My father said it did.
Oh, did it? Oh, well,
Yeah.
he knows.
Well, I guess.
Oh, he was in the business for quite a while.
Yeah, he was.
That's great.
And that you're going to want to do, like for water and soluble, we like Jack's Classic,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Jack's is great.
Jack's is great. And,
Yeah.
and that old school was 20-20-20.
2020, yeah.
And that's, that's great. But you can also do a alternative where you do Jack's Classic 20-20-20 and then a bloom booster, every other time you feed. Wow. And you're going to do that liquid every other week. So every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then so 1 week you do the bloom booster, the next week you do the
other one?
20-20-20 because
wow.
it's gonna help it in different ways.
Oh, sure.
Just a great way to do it.
And your flowers are going to be wonderful. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah. It's going to be
just
more
like the ones
flowers,
in our store.
and
Yeah.
that the foliage is going to be that deep dark
Deep.
green that you're
Oh,
looking
yes.
for, real shiny.
Right.
Again, do both, not
Yeah,
just
do
one or
both.
the other.
Yeah. And be consistent, right, Len?
Yes.
You got to be consistent.
That's right. That's right. And listen, we don't want to overstress you.
No, we don't. But
It's not that hard.
no, it isn't.
Not that
How
hard.
hard
With
can
those
it be?
feeders that you just use the feeder on your hose and you just water it.
Boom.
Yep.
Fast.
Done.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deals, right?
Yep.
No big deals,
It's
right?
wonderful.
One of the things I wanted to talk about in this segment was the West Jersey Rose Society.
Oh, yes.
They are a great organization.
Mm-hmm.
They are having their 66th 66 years.
Wow.
West Jersey Rose Society.
My goodness.
Their Rose Show, Saturday, June 1st.
June 1st.
Okay.
Wow.
Medford Lee's Holly Room. Okay. It's a new location this year. It is free and open to the public. Beautiful roses on display, unique arrangements, expert rose growing advice, and cut roses are available too.
Oh, wow.
You know, they're great. They're just a fun group.
Uh-huh.
Very knowledgeable.
Wow.
They have meetings that are at 7 o'clock, again at the Medford Leeds, off of Route 70 in Medford, New Jersey.
Okay.
Okay, the third Wednesday of each month. But they don't hold meetings
Every
in
month.
January,
Okay.
June, or July, because June everybody's getting ready for the show.
Oh, okay.
You know, so and that it's just a lot of people. You know, sometimes their roses
That's
are
right.
just healing up because they're taking those flowers for the rose show.
Oh, yeah.
But again, they are.
Now, is there membership?
There is. I think it's only $20. I mean,
Oh,
it's
is that
not
it?
much. $20 a year.
$20. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cheap.
and it's a yearly cycle. So it's
okay.
January 1st through December 31st.
Right.
And that's individuals or family membership. You get newsletters.
Oh, wow.
You get
Yeah.
10 newsletters a
10.
year.
Wow.
Karen, that's the West Jersey Rose Society. They are online. Just do a search for West Jersey Rose Society, Medford.
Right.
They will pop up. You can do it on Google.
Uh-huh.
June. Let's see. It is just a great organization.
Oh, it sounds great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn a
Um,
lot, and you get to see
Their next meeting is next week.
Oh, it is.
Yes, their next meeting is Sunday, May 26th. They have a special meeting.
There you go, folks.
2 of their experts, okay, Master Rosarians. Now, that's not just a title that you just call yourself. That has to be earned.
That's right.
Okay,
right. You gotta
American
earn
Rose
that.
Society,
That's
you are
right.
designated a Rosarian, Master Rosarian.
Yeah, they worked hard.
Now, 2 of the Rosarians from the group, they're having open houses at their gardens.
Oh, wow. I like
Okay.
that. Oh, boy.
Now, if you haven't seen their gardens in person, you're missing on something spectacular.
Oh,
I tell you that if we weren't so busy,
I know.
I
know.
want to go.
I want to
Well,
go,
why
too.
don't you go?
I think I will.
You go bring a. That's a great.
yeah.
That's a great date night.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You know, and it's not. It's
All
gonna
right,
be
ladies, let's
probably
go.
afternoon.
Let's
yeah.
go.
But again, West Jersey Rose Society. Get in touch with them. Tell the folks at Bloomers sent you. Sign up $20. You waste $20 at McDonald's.
That's right.
You know, so go ahead and give them a shout. Great organization. The
Great.
amount of information that they give
Oh,
is written for the general public, and they're not snobs. They have a plant sale. They have
Wow.
a swap. They do all kinds of things. So they're a fun organization.
They
and
are.
again, 66 years. They didn't just start last week.
no, they did. Wow.
So and also try to attend the Rose Show. The Rose
That's
Show
right.
again, Saturday, June 1st.
right.
between
if you
1
love
and
roses,
5.
let's go. And if you're
Even
getting
if you
into
don't
it-
like roses.
Yeah, if you don't.
You like
learn about it.
perennials.
That's right.
I always think I think roses need to be in every perennial
Every
garden.
perennial? I think so.
And not knockouts.
no,
either.
not knockouts.
All right. All right. So we're gonna after this break, we're gonna have our next segment on some of the dark side of roses, where you're gonna need to do some sprays. You just know that you're gonna do it.
Little work.
If you go in knowing that, you'll have no problems.
There you
We'll be
go.
right back after this. Are you tired of pulling those persistent, unwanted weeds that continue to grow through the cracks in your sidewalk and patio, or even in your favorite flower and shrubbery bed? I have the answer. Bonide Cleanup Weed and Grass Killer. Cleanup Weed and Grass Killer kills all unwanted weeds, grasses, and other plants to the root. The systemic action ensures that the unwanted plants do not regrow. Results can be seen in as little as a few days. Cleanup is great for preparing flower beds and vegetable gardens for planting. By eliminating the weeds, your vegetables and flowers will get off to a better start. If you're thinking about renovating that weed-infested lawn area and starting all over again, Cleanup will kill all that you spray on it. Wait 7 days and reseed your lawn to get that picture-perfect lawn you have always wanted. Bonide products are family-made in America. Bonide Cleanup can be found at these fine retailers: Animals and Gardens Unlimited, New Egypt, New Jersey; Bloomer's Home and Garden Center, Sewell, Washington Township, New Jersey; Butterhoff's Farm and Home Supply, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. Bloomers in the Garden is an hour-long gardening radio program that airs to over 6 million residents throughout the Delaware Valley. From Allentown to Wilmington, from the Main Line to the Jersey Shore, Bloomers in the Garden can be heard twice each Saturday morning, first at 8 a.m. on 860 WWDB and again at 9 on 610 a.m. ESPN Radio. Each episode of Bloomers in the Garden will be broadcast on Bloomers' Facebook page and available as a podcast on bloomersinthegarden.com. Bloomers in the Garden is adding sponsors. Share your message to our large, diverse group of listeners. Commercials and segment sponsorships are available at incredibly affordable prices. Let Bloomers in the Garden get your message out to one of the largest and most diverse populations in the country. If you're interested in joining us in the garden, please visit bloomersinthegarden.com or email len@bloomers.com. Spring has sprung, and it's time to visit Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Bring us a soil sample, and we'll test your soil's pH free. Heck, bring us a water sample from your pond, too, and we'll test that for ammonia and other critical levels. Did you know that Bloomers has a pond department? We have all of the water treatments, fish, and plants to keep your pond looking glorious year-round. Are you looking for that 4-step lawn program? Bloomers carries Scott's, Jonathan Green, Bonide, and Espoma's Organic Step program. Need to seed? Bloomers has its own blend of seed called Township Turf. It's just the right balance of rye, fescue, and bluegrass to give you a spectacular lawn. It's also perfect for repairing bare spots and matches extraordinarily well to sodded lawns. Don't forget the garden. Bloomers carries bumper crop soil amendment and all the fertilizers a garden could need, both organic and inorganic. The best vegetables start as seedlings from Bloomers. Come visit those who know the friendly folks at Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Bloomers is located in Washington Township in Gloucester County, New Jersey, just 20 minutes from Philadelphia. For directions and information, visit www.bloomers.com. That's www.bloomers.com. And we'll see you in the garden. Well, Julio, roses are the queen flower
Yes,
in the
they
garden.
are. Yes.
Queens like to be pampered.
Yes,
Okay?
they do.
They do. Hey, you know, knockout roses are pretty, they care kind of for themselves, but they get problems too. That,
do.
That I think I've seen mosaic, which is a disease that is basically not curable in some knockouts. But whatever, you rip them out, put in something else.
Yeah.
But roses, they have flowers all the time, so they're attracting insects. Mm-hmm. Insects smell that flower too, and that they want to pollinate. They're insects have their own job to do, and not all of them are friendly.
No, they're not.
No, so with that, they could be spreading disease because they were just on, Mrs. Jones' roses, who doesn't take care of them. She's got black spot, and they go on there and they pick up those spores, and then they come onto your plants, which I know are well taken care of, right?
Yes.
And what happens is that that's how diseases get spread.
Right.
That you need to just know that, like, the worst problem for roses, disease-wise, is black spot.
Black spot, yes.
And it's on the radio. Here we are again. Picture yellow leaf with black spots.
Black spot,
There you
easy.
go. There's black spot.
You go.
Finally, it's something
Easy.
that sounds like it is.
Yeah.
Insects.
Another one.
Everything from Japanese beetles to, they're food for insects. So you just have to be aware. And just knowing that, just spray them every couple of weeks.
Right.
Now, it also depends if you want to be a purist. Do you want to be an organic gardener? Or are you going to go with a systemic where you only have to do something every 6 weeks?
That's
I mean,
nice.
I'm the lazy gardener,
Yes.
and I want to use organic when I can. But on something like flower gardens and roses,
Yeah.
you
It
really,
makes sense.
like imidacloprid is, it is safe to use as long as you use it correctly.
Right.
You need to use it as a drench, and that's going to be in the Rose RX, and again, it's Bonide, Rose Systemic Drench, and that will control both insects and diseases. Will make the rose poisonous to the insect and the disease. Now, if you have something that's on it, you see it on it, use Rose Shield.
Oh, yeah. I like that product.
I like it very much.
Very
And
much.
Here's something to consider is,
Go ahead.
when you use the same insecticide year after year after year and everybody's using it, all of a sudden it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
There's a built-up resistance to it.
Right.
So with this Rose Shield, it's new and has a dual action insecticide portion of this product.
Wow.
It controls a ton of insects.
Oh, yeah.
And again, 2 ways. Controls them systemically.
Systemically, yes.
And contact.
Double duty, huh? Larry?
Double duty.
Oh, we like that one.
Double duty. And again, it also is a disease control, which will work through the system and control diseases.
Systemic system, yes.
So if I had to choose one or the other, I would still choose both. Because they work differently.
Yeah, they do.
2 different products. And where if you do the drench early in the season and things are clean, no problem. But if you see something like aphids or white flies,
white flies.
White fly. Mealy bugs, even some of the
name it.
beetles that are on there, or oh gosh, there's so many insects out there, and like I said, they have a job to do.
Yes,
Insects
They
are
have a
there.
job.
Again, they're there to feed their families
That's right.
and to grow and
Yeah.
expand. They have gotten the be fruitful and multiply. They're doing it too.
That's right.
But it's our job as the, I guess, what are we, the head of the food chain?
I think so.
Don't
yeah.
eat them, but
Don't eat
spray them.
Yeah.
All right. So say I'm a purist.
Okay, you are.
I want to go organic.
Right.
What are my choices?
Well, you have neem oil. Okay. That's
How
always-
many ways can you package neem oil?
You were telling me that the
I
other day.
mean, that's-
Oh, brother.
ladies and gentlemen out there in Radio Land, I'm just going to let you know. Okay.
Go ahead.
Bonide has Rose RX 3-in-1 ready to use.
Right.
And all of those products. That is neem oil.
Oil.
Okay.
Okay.
They have straight neem oil, and they have Bond neem, and all of these products are neem oil.
Ah.
And the good thing about neem oil is that it will kill insects, and it would also control certain diseases.
That's wonderful.
So it's organic.
Yep.
All organic.
Organic, no problem.
Yep. If I wanted to go all organic, that's what I'd use, but I have to apply it often.
Right.
Probably every 10 days, maybe,
Yeah.
and just keep
Constant.
applying it. And know that when you come home from work and you know that you should be spraying your roses and you don't want to because you've got a bowl of ice cream waiting for you.
That's right.
Oh,
I like
wait, that's
that one.
my house.
That's
That if you go and you need to do it.
Oh, sure.
The systemics and the drenches, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Every 6 weeks.
Yeah. I think I'm going with them.
I think so too.
Yeah.
When it
Makes
comes
sense.
to something I'm going to put in my mouth and eat,
Right. It's
that
different.
may be something different.
Right.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I'm with you.
we're not saying that.
No,
Now,
we're not saying that.
now what about diseases?
Oh, boy.
Diseases, you can do and get control of black spot by using an organic, and again, liquid copper. Now this is one or the other. This isn't both.
Right.
Where neem oil is the organic option for getting control of 2 things, insect and disease.
Okay.
And like we talked about Rose Shield and the systemic drench, that's 2 options that gets rid of disease and the insect. Now we're talking about right now, we're going to jump to and talk about disease control, an organic disease control only. Liquid copper would probably be my choice. Powdery mildew, downy mildew. Controls downy mildew. That's the thing that's killing all the impatiens.
Yeah, I know.
So but you've got to be vigilant.
Right.
You have to be vigilant.
Very.
Black spot on roses, obviously, and powdery mildew. Powdery mildew, a lot of people think that it comes when it's dry. It actually comes when it's kind of, I'm sorry, the other way around.
When it's dry.
Comes when it's dry.
Dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little backwards. So, again, when we go and we talk about insect control, I don't think you have to stray from anything other than Captain Jack's. Captain Jack's, it's called Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew.
I like that.
Now, it contains something called spinosad, that's the
Spinosad.
active, and it's delivered naturally from an occurring soil-dwelling bacterium.
Wow.
What's the difference between that and bacteria? You don't know either?
Yep.
All right. Anyway, it came from an abandoned rum distillery on a Caribbean island in 1982. So here we go
Wow.
back to the same thing. it's a relatively new product. It's not something that's been like that's been used for 50 years.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so this was a new species.
Wow.
And it has never been found in nature anywhere else other than the distillery. Wonder why the distillery closed. Anyway. But anyway, spinosad, it is a great pesticide, safe on vegetables. It's safe on anything. And it is organic.
Wow.
I would suggest that you use that.
For your vegetables and things like that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Roses, go for it.
Yeah.
Plant roses.
Yeah.
Plant a rose garden.
I love them.
I tell you, it is a great plant.
Beautiful plant.
It is fun to grow,
boy.
but nothing's better than bringing your significant other a nice tight bud that's going to open in the house for a week or two.
Oh, wow.
And it's just something special.
That's another thing. You can cut them from your garden and bring them in.
Yeah, you got that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what. Think about it. We'll be right back after this break.
Stay tuned for the Bloomers Garden Minute. The Garden Minute is brought to you by Bloomers in the Garden, Philadelphia Garden Radio. Find us on the radio dial or on the web at bloomers.com.
This is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden with the Garden Minute. Wow, what a great time to be a gardener. You can plant anything right now. Vegetables, flowers, roses, trees, shrubs, and perennials. The possibilities are endless. No matter what you plant, you need to do these 3 things to ensure success. 1, make sure you're adding soil amendment when you're planting. Bumper crop is our top choice, but even if it's just cow manure or peat moss, you only get 1 shot at improving the soil right at the root of your plants, so don't pass it up. 2, after planting, apply a granular type fertilizer made specifically for your type of plant. Evergreens, flowers, and vegetables all have specific dietary needs. Don't worry, if you're not sure what to get, your local garden center will help you match the right fertilizer to the right plant. A granular fertilizer will give your new plants a consistent feeding of nutrients. Think of it as 3 square meals for your plants that you reapply once every 4 to 6 weeks. 3, use a water-soluble fertilizer every 2 weeks. That's the kind you water your plants with. You know the stuff, the kind that tints your water blue. I recommend Jack's Classic, but others are available. Miracle-Gro just came out with an organic water-soluble fertilizer. When using water-soluble fertilizers, they are immediately available to your plants. Think of it as those vitamins you take. It's an extra boost supplementing a regular diet. And for heaven's sake, buy one of those feeders so all you have to do is attach it to your garden hose and go. No mixing, no blue fingers. But remember, those feeders are only calibrated for water-soluble fertilizer. They are not calibrated to spray insects or disease control. This is Len Schroeder for the Garden Minute, and we'll see you in the garden.
Today's Garden Minute was brought to you by Bloomers in the Garden, Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Also brought to you by VPG, the Fertilome people.
Fertilome Succulent Potting Mix with EcoPeat is the perfect ready-to-use potting mix for all your succulents. Fertilome Succulent Potting Mix is a blend of sphagnum peat moss, perlite, and EcoPeat. EcoPeat is a natural wood fiber from peat bogs. When added to Fertilome peat moss, it produces a superior professional substrate with an exceptional ratio of air porosity and water holding capacity. Fertilome Succulent Potting Mix will ensure maximum drainage with ideal water retention. It's simply the best succulent mix on the market. Ask for Fertilome by name at your local garden center. Available at Daniel's Garden Center, Sumneytown Pike, Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Gasper's Home and Garden, 316 Tanyard Road, Richboro, PA. Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call us on the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. And if we use your question on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden.
We're back, Len. And with all this rain comes what?
Weeds. Boy, and it has been rainy. Rainy, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And that, I know that my yard, all of a sudden where I had bare ground, now all of a sudden I have weeds growing.
Oh, boy.
And I need to take care of them.
That's right.
And the segment that we're going to talk about not weeds in your lawn, although your lawn will come up a little bit, but we're going to talk about weeds that are coming up that are just real aggressive, poison ivy, just some of the areas where it's like your landscape bed, even in your garden.
That's right.
But we'll talk about lawns another time.
Okay.
So, there's a product from Bonide called Burnout. Burnout is organic.
Oh, that's great.
There aren't any that I know of that are an organic like this.
Wow.
And again, it's going to be safe to use around people and pets.
Wow,
okay,
that's great.
And what's interesting is it almost starts to work right away.
Wow.
Pretty
Instant.
amazing.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And
It's rainproof.
it
Wow.
is
When it dries up.
well, yeah. And any rule of thumb when you're putting down a weed control, you want to just, as long as it's dry by the time the rain comes, it's usually okay.
All right.
Yeah. But it controls grasses. It controls all different types of things. And this would be something that would be safe that you could use really around mature trees, around fence lines, and honestly anywhere. And that it's, again, a non-selective, and this is what we're talking about in this beginning part of the segment, non-selective. So that means it's going to kill everything.
Everything. Right.
So if
you
you
have to
have, you don't want to get the spray on any of your ornamentals. So if you're spraying in your perennial garden, get the weed, and ladies, check with your husbands and make sure they know what a perennial is and what a weed is before you cut them loose with with Burnout.
That's right.
Now we've also Cleanup.
Cleanup.
Cleanup is Bonide's version of Roundup. It's what we use around the store. We are not going to discuss on this show the recent lawsuit with Roundup.
No, we won't.
We are not. We have had no issues with it.
Oh, that's
but we also are using it safely.
That's right.
We are still using Cleanup.
We have
Bonide has two different types. There's regular Cleanup, which is just straight. And then there's something called Cleanup 365.
Wow.
And we used to have to mix two different control products. So one would be the actual weed killer, and that would be the Cleanup. Then the 365 portion is a preventer, that it would prevent the weeds from coming back. So any seeds that may get in there or anything else is going to stop them. Kind of like how a crabgrass control prevents crabgrass in your lawn. Puts out a barrier and stops any seed from coming up.
So you're using both at the same time, that would do
we used to have to mix it, and now here it's already available in the Cleanup 365, so it's got the preventer.
Everything in there.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. It kills existing weeds and grasses, and it can prevent new growth for up to a year.
Wow.
Driveways, sidewalk cracks, foundations, curbs, patios, gravel areas. Oof, perfect for gravel areas.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Ground Force.
Another one. Wow.
It is another one. Okay. Kills all weeds and grasses, roots and all.
Wow.
Prevents new growth for up to a year. And again, it's a different active ingredient. Okay. Anywhere that you have those pesky weeds that are just coming up. That's what you're going to use. But again, you can only use it where there's no vegetation that you want. So you better not put it in your perennial bed. You better not put it anywhere. This is something where you're going to put it on your driveway or a paved area, walkway, something where you permanently want to get rid of it.
Right.
It's
pretty potent.
It is. It is, and it is. I mean, it's been around for a long time, and it works very well.
That's right.
But it has one thing: it's to kill the darn weeds. That's what it does.
It does, yeah.
Now, there's another. It's a kind of a weird product.
Right.
We don't sell much of it, but we do carry it, and it's called grass beater.
Grass beater. Huh.
Have you ever seen like ground cover junipers and they've got grass growing through it.
Yes, in between it. Oh, boy.
You can spray this on that.
Oh, you can?
It will not kill the juniper, okay, but it will kill the weeds.
Oh, that's great.
I'll tell you what.
You like that one?
I like it,
Uh-huh.
but this product has an instruction booklet that's a mile long.
Oh, is it?
I mean, it's like
Oh, my.
if you're near alfalfa or if you're near this or if you're near that. And it's something, if you have a real big problem
That's right.
and you don't want to pull it out by hand, go ahead.
Go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and use it.
All right.
Again, it's it has a specific use.
Right.
And again, it's selective in the fact that it's not going to kill your
plant.
juniper.
Okay.
But if you get it on your grass, it's killing that.
It's going to kill that.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's killing that. So anything herbaceous like that is going to kill.
Okay.
And I've got another one. Now this is
Another one. Oh, yeah.
Now one of the fastest growing vines is kudzu vine, and I think you can watch it grow.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds crazy, but the product called Stump Out, it's a stump and vine killer.
Right.
That's what you want to use for fast growing vines.
Ooh,
Things like wild wisteria.
Wisteria. Oh,
Ugh,
boy.
hate it.
No, I know.
Hate it.
They're the worst.
But here's how you don't spray it on. What you do is you cut it and you use the applicator and you put it on as if it's on the cutting where you put it.
Oh.
And what it does is it acts like the stump. It's a stump and it kills it all the way down.
Oh, that's great.
Pretty cool,
Yeah, I
huh?
like that. Ooh,
Different.
it is different.
Different.
I never heard that
So
one.
don't spray it.
Don't spray it on.
Put it on
Put it on.
full strength
There you
and
go.
daub it on that spot,
that
and
spot.
it gets rid of it.
Boom.
And again, that's a stump out.
Stump out.
And it's one of the only ways to control those crazy vines that just get out of
Going
hand.
and going, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and
You never stop.
never stop, never stop. But
Oh,
this
brilliant.
will take care of it.
That's
this
good.
will be, and again, the stump out portion is like you've seen where you cut a tree down and it has all suckers that are growing.
Suckers, and they come back.
Yeah, you're
This
gonna use that.
That
for
prevents this.
Yep.
Yep. Prevents resprouting. Look at that.
Tell you, you know, I just like I said, it just is strange to be telling you to use it undiluted,
Undiluted.
okay,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
using it that way. But that's how it's used. That's how it's used.
Yeah. It's great to stuff.
That's it. And next, we're going to talk about selective.
Selective.
Okay, selective.
Yep. A little different.
A little different.
Yes, sir.
All right. So selective, like for instance, brush killer BK32 concentrate. That is something where it's going to be used for poison ivy and some poison oak and some other things like that. But what's interesting, it's not going to kill your grass.
That's great. That's great.
And then weed preventers, you're going to use preen, corn gluten. Your organic folks out there, there you go.
There you go, corn.
So if
There
you
you go.
want an organic weed, people, you got a
Yes.
problem, you're going to use corn gluten, okay?
Right.
And you're also going to use burnout.
Burnout.
Both organic.
Both organics.
All right.
Beautiful. We like those two.
That's it. All right. How many customers have we had asking to do their landscape?
Oh,
A lot.
boy, a lot.
In
yes.
this next segment, we're going to tell you what we want you to bring when you come in to talk about your
That's right.
landscape.
Introducing Miracle Grow's next big thing, Performance Organics. Finally, organics that work. Tested and refined by plant scientists for twice the results. Guaranteed. Don't grow a snack, grow a feast. Don't grow a flower, grow $1 million view. This new organic collection of soil and plant food is what you've always wanted. No compromise, just results. Guaranteed. Miracle Grow Performance Organics.
Are you looking for a weed control product that is people and pet safe? Bonide has the answer with their Burnout Weed and Grass Killer. Burnout Weed and Grass Killer is derived from natural ingredients and kill many types of actively growing weeds and grasses. Its fast-acting ingredients do not translocate and are rainproof when dry. Burnout is great for use in driveways, sidewalks, patios, at the base of mature trees, around buildings, and for preparing flower beds and vegetable gardens for planting. Burnout can be used just about any place where you need effective control of weeds and grasses. Bonide is family made in America. Burnout Weed and Grass Killer can be found at these fine retailers.
Harleysville, Ace, Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Dublin Agway, Dublin, Pennsylvania. Pickering Valley Feed and Farm, Exton, Pennsylvania. Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call us on the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. And if we use your question on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden. Yeah, more people coming in now. They want to do their landscape.
Yes,
I
they
want to
do.
do my entire front. I want
Yes.
to do my landscape. And what they do is they show me
Exciting.
their phone. See?
That's right.
See? And in the middle of the sun, I can't all I
see
see is
it.
a black screen. And then every once in a while, they turn it at the right angle. And then they all of a sudden, oh, that's not it. And then they turn a picture. And then I have a picture of their kids getting their braces put on. All right.
Oh, boy.
Number one.
Yes.
Please print out the pictures on your phone.
Oh, yes.
Because then we can draw on the
draw it.
pictures.
Yes. That's
You know,
wonderful.
where I'm trying to see on your
Can't see
iPhone
it.
10, hey, it's the biggest one they make, but it's just I can't get a visual of a 35-foot front of a house.
No,
you
you
know?
can't. Oh, that's brutal, huh, Len?
Oh, Julio, you've been spending more time in the nursery than me. What about measurements?
Oh, we get none.
So please measure the areas that you
That's
want
right.
to do, and look, we don't look for a professional plan. Just sketch.
It's
Just-
real simple. Last time it's
Where's the door?
Yes.
Where's the windows?
How high is the window?
How high the windows is
Yeah,
key.
that's important.
Oh,
Yes.
we have that one development near us that their heights of the windows are 18 inches off the ground.
I know. You got to be careful.
I'm like, what can you put there? I was like,
Much.
oh, I want to put
A ground cover.
Yeah, it's like can I put azaleas there? It's like,
Yeah. But you won't
for
be able
a
to
couple of
see.
weeks.
That's right.
And all right, this is
That's all
don't
fun.
weenie out with not giving us a budget.
That's right. How many times have we hear that?
It's like you want to put in 45 plants and we tell you it's going to be $1,500 and you say, well, what'd you think?
Right. That's right.
Use a budget, $50 a plant. And this is when you're doing it yourself.
That's right.
You know,
right.
just because then you can get the right thing and it can look good.
That's
not,
right.
Not skimp. I mean,
That's right. Don't.
like some Japanese maples are $300 a piece.
That's right. Then you said the other day about an iPhone costs like an average what?
About $1,000.
$1,000 now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right.
I mean,
I dropped it and I broke the screen.
I know. And what do plants do for our home? Oh my goodness.
Increases
Our value.
45% above cost.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. Listen, Bloomers, you can do it yourself.
That's right.
We'll help you sketch it out and you do it yourself.
That's right.
And
Right.
we'll send you home with what we've done and the plants. We do deliver,
Yeah.
all of those things.
All
We'll
the
make
good
sure
stuff.
you know what to do.
Easy.
Or we can do it for you. We'll install your landscape.
That's right.
So relax.
Relax. Yep.
Relax.
Take it easy. Yep.
And come in knowing some colors you like.
Yeah.
Like I really like those yellow things. They have the leaf on the edge.
right.
And you're talking about golden euonymus.
That's right. We know that.
You don't need to know the names.
Yep.
And I'm not impressed when somebody tries to tell me, like cover up the fact that they don't know the names.
Yeah.
Listen, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
We know this industry because it's what we do for a living. And we don't expect everybody to know
Everything.
the botanical names of shrubs. If you tell me I like that thing that has a red flower that my grandmother had in her yard and it was really pretty and they were
right.
kind of big, but they only bloomed in the spring, we'll figure out what
Yeah,
that
we'll
is.
figure it out.
We're
Yeah.
the plant detectives.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're doctors too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got that song running through my head
What's
from
that?
Elvis Costello.
What's that? Yeah.
The detectives.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so we're the plant detectives.
There you go.
Just a few things when you come in, just to be armed with, and again, make it fun.
Make it fun. Yeah.
Make it fun. Give yourself
That's right.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
You
It's a
don't have to
process,
do it
right,
all
Len?
at once. It is a process. You don't have to
Yes.
do it all at once.
Right.
Relax.
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 Yeah, enjoy.
When you come to Bloomers, you're in good hands.
That's right.
Okay? Just relax. We'll help you plan your landscape,
Yeah, it's
and you
all
can do it
beautiful.
a little bit at a time or as
Yes.
much as you want.
Yes. We're
You
there.
know, I had somebody come in last week, and if you're listening, I'm calling you out.
Oh, my.
56 plants were what was recommended for you, and you wanted to decide on it at 6 o'clock, and we close at 7.
Oh, my.
Okay, and you wanted it done in a day.
Ooh. My goodness.
You disrespected my industry, and you're being called out for it.
There you go.
Listen, take some time.
Take your time.
Put thought into it.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Landscapes are color, texture,
and
form.
There you go.
All right?
There you
But
go.
hey, we want to teach. We want to teach.
That's right.
All right. Next segment coming up, we're going to talk what our favorite plants have come into the store
Beautiful stuff.
at Bloomers the last couple of days. We'll be right back. The Bird Sanctuary at Bloomers Home and Garden Center is dedicated to the care and feeding of wild birds. We carry a flock of feeders like the Brome Squirrel-Proof Feeder, which has a lifetime guarantee. Brome makes fantastic feeders for frustrating squirrels and feeding songbirds. Bloomers Bird Sanctuary has a vast selection of wild bird seed, suet, seed cakes, and mealworms. We carry Lyric, Coles, C&S, Pine Tree Farms, and our own line called Bloomers Blend. Bloomers Blend Songbird Magnet contains premium black oil sunflower, peanut splits, millet, safflower, and tree nuts. It's sure to attract the most colorful songbirds to your yard. Bloomers Home and Garden Center is located in Washington Township in Gloucester County, New Jersey. Visit us online at www.bloomers.com. When you come in, ask for Shirley Spurbeck, Bloomers Wild Bird Specialist. Mention you heard it on Bloomers in the Garden Radio, and we'll give you $10 off a 20-pound bag of Bloomers Blend Songbird Magnet Mix.
Tired of pale green, weedy results from four-step lawn programs? That's because they don't do anything for the soil. The New American Lawn four-step program feeds the lawn and the soil. Magical Plus, a unique soil food that adjusts soil pH, loosens hard soil, and feeds soil microbes, is the key difference. Without the right soil conditions, you'll never enjoy a great lawn. Competitive programs simply don't match up. So feed your lawn and your soil with the New American Lawn four-step program by Jonathan Green.
Jonathan Green products can be found at these fine stores: Action Hardware, Wilmington, Delaware; Hockessin Hardware, Hockessin, Delaware; Gasper's Garden Center, Richboro, Pennsylvania.
Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call us on the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. And if we use your question on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden.
Well, Lad, we're back, and
are.
we have some great plants at the nursery right now on sale. They're wonderful, aren't they?
I can tell you what, it is a collection. It is.
We've got it.
I tell you, right? It's like,
Yeah.
do you have it? Yeah,
Yeah, we got it.
But you know, we don't have. I had somebody call and they asked for pampas grass. Pampas grass we just get when it's hotter.
Yes.
It's just not
little
ready
hotter.
yet.
Yeah.
But we have other types of grasses.
Oh, yes.
Plenty.
Plenty of grasses.
You know,
Yeah.
one of my one of my favorite plants that we've got in right now, and actually from our pals at Centerton, I'm wearing their hat today.
There you
For those
go.
of you on YouTube,
you
see
look good, Lad.
Centerton
You look
Nursery.
good.
That we've got all our blue pots on sale.
Oh, yes.
They're
Ooh, my
double
goodness.
sale, 25% off, right?
right?
Plus
Plus,
buy 3 and you get the 4th free. So it's a 25 and a 25. It's a 40 something.
we should get
net.
lines coming in.
Anyway, but that's
Oh,
not what I'm
man.
getting at.
That's
I was at the nursery
Okay.
at Centerton, and we go through to the majority of our nurseries when we can,
Oh, yeah.
and we pick our plants. One of the plants that's coming in
What's that one?
it is that Whoopsie-daisy, Shasta daisy.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And that we've had in a little bit. We're getting another big
one?
supply of it.
Good.
The buds are perfect.
Oh, are they?
You know, it's that pretty, please don't eat the daisy
Yeah,
looking
please don't
daisy.
eat the
you know?
daisies.
So and again, it's the perfect daisy.
Oh, yeah, they are great. You know what? One of mine is the peonies that we have. Oh,
Which ones? Because we got the regular old fashioned.
Yeah, that's the ones I like. The old fashioned ones.
Yeah,
they're beautiful. Yeah,
I'm partial to those Ito peonies.
I know you are.
Yeah, I mean,
They're wonderful. They stand up. Really,
they do.
They're like a
And
shrub.
what
They're
we're
almost like a shrub.
talking about, what Julio's talking about are the garden peonies, which are the pinks and the whites and the reds.
Yeah, I like them.
And I'm talking about the cross that Dr. Ito did. It was a cross between garden peonies, like Julio's talking about, and tree peonies that have all these like yellows and different colors. Yeah. And the story is that he tried over and over 10,000 times to get that plant to take.
How about that?
And finally, he got it to take.
Wow.
And you know what happened?
No.
He died.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
He never saw it flower.
Oh,
he never
man.
saw it
Poor
flower.
guy.
But you know what? He's given it to us.
That's right. Yeah.
He has given it to
That's
us. You
right.
talk about dedication.
Oh.
Incredible colors,
Patience.
mauves
Oh, yeah.
and yellows.
Oh,
and,
wonderful.
And like those like mustardy
Mustard,
yellow.
yeah.
It's
Oh.
very, very cool.
Yeah, they're
very,
nice.
cool.
They're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So give me another plant that you're digging right now.
Oh, another plant. I like the tick seeds that are coming in. They're really nice.
Okay. Coreopsis.
Yeah, Coreopsis, yeah. I love them because they stand the whole summer, and
Yeah.
you cut them back a little bit. They come
Yeah.
right back.
That's a good rule of thumb with perennials.
Yep.
They stop blooming, cut them
back a little
about a
bit.
third, maybe in half,
Right.
and they might flush out new flowers.
New flowers, yeah.
Even shrubs will do that, like spirea.
Spirea, yeah, that'll do.
Spirea will do that.
Mhm.
Some of the things that I just am blown away by are all of those hybrid impatiens.
Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't matter if they're Supertunias from Proven Winners
Right.
or it's some of the other varieties
Right.
like Goldfish has, and they are just stunning.
Oh, they are.
They are just
They're
stunning.
beautiful, aren't they?
You don't have to clean them. They will do whatever. If you're planting in the landscape, you use waves. If you're planting in pots, you use the hybrids like the Proven Winner section.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
So
That's wonderful.
fantastic.
Yep.
Yep. What else do you like?
You know what I like a lot? I've been putting in my pots Henson chicks. Ah,
Really?
Yes. Something a little different.
It is a little different.
Yeah.
So the succulent trend,
Succulent
you like
trendy,
jumping on
yes, I
the
am.
Yeah. All right.
How about that?
All right.
Yeah. Love the colors.
Yeah. Pugster.
Oh,
Pugster. Buddleia. Okay. It's a butterfly bush. Pugster butterfly bush. Compact, but the flower, it's enormous. The flower,
Enormous.
like you're used to these like
They're huge.
flowers from typical Buddleia,
Okay.
where it looks kind of like a, I don't know, pipe cleaner. How do you describe it? I mean, they're not great big, but they're
Yeah.
long and they're
long.
kind of narrow,
Yeah.
like a cigar shaped almost.
Yeah, it does.
Pugsters are like lilac size. They're giant
they're giants.
flowers on small plants.
Oh,
And that it is just a fantastic,
it is.
fantastic plant.
Yeah, you had them and they ran out.
Oh,
the
yeah.
door.
They're in again.
There
They're in
you go,
again.
There you go.
I'll tell you, Pugster. It's a Proven Winner. This is one where Proven Winners got it right.
Oh, they did. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give me another plant.
You know the hydrangeas you bought in?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're gorgeous. You know the
Do you remember the variety?
forever lasting.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They are
Beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, they're very nice.
They are nice. They're from our friends over at Overdevest.
Yes, they are.
Gosh, they're good growers.
Yeah, good growers. They're the best. Yeah.
Tell you what, geraniums.
Geraniums.
Okay,
Oh,
there
another
is
one.
a cross, and here we go. We were talking about the cross
Crossing.
between the two different types of peonies.
Right.
This is a cross between the zonal, like typical geranium that you would see,
Okay.
and a hanging geranium. So you get these intense colors, and it's called interspecific geranium. So
Oh.
that's what they're called. So you get the color, and I mean, there's reds that are just not your normal. Like sometimes red on a typical zonal geranium
Right.
almost looks a little orangey.
Little orangey, yeah.
These are deep
Deep.
crimson, beautiful red.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
some that are bright, like a purplish color. Just
Stunning.
incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. On
They are.
strong plants.
Right. Ooh.
Gosh, there's so much to see.
There is so
There's
much.
so much to see, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, we are.
We are running out of time. Listen, you want to really see him, get
Come
over
on.
to Bloomers.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
if we're only about 20 minutes from Philadelphia.
That's it.
We're easy to find. If
Easy.
you can't get to us, get to your local independent garden center. They have got this.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
they've got
Yeah.
their fullest stock in. I
Yes,
mean,
they have.
it is a show.
This is it right
It is
here.
a show.
Mhm.
And that, again,
May is wonderful.
you're all invited to come down to Bloomers. Look for Julio. He's out in the nursery.
Oh, yeah, I'm out there.
I'm putting out fires somewhere.
That's right. That's right.
But again, stop down to Bloomers. We'll be right back right after this.
Bloomers in the Garden is brought to you each week by Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Bloomers is an award-winning garden center just 20 minutes from Philadelphia. Bloomers has been providing expert advice turning brown thumbs green for over 30 years. At Bloomers, we want you to ask us every question, even if you think it's silly. We share information in a friendly, non-judgmental way that is meant to teach and spread the joy of gardening. Visit Bloomers Home and Garden Center in Washington Township, Gloucester County. For directions, go to bloomers.com, and we'll see you in the garden.
Spring has sprung, and it's time to visit Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Bring us a soil sample, and we'll test your soil's pH free. Heck, bring us a water sample from your pond, too, and we'll test that for ammonia and other critical levels. Did you know that Bloomers has a pond department? We have all of the water treatments, fish, and plants to keep your pond looking glorious year-round. Are you looking for that 4-step lawn program? Bloomers carries Scott's, Jonathan Green, Bonide, and Espoma's Organic Step program. Need to seed? Bloomers has its own blend of seed called Township Turf. It's just the right balance of rye, fescue, and bluegrass to give you a spectacular lawn. It's also perfect for repairing bare spots and matches extraordinarily well to sodded lawns. Don't forget the garden. Bloomers carries bumper crop soil amendment and all the fertilizers a garden could need, both organic and inorganic. The best vegetables start as seedlings from Bloomers. Come visit those who know the friendly folks at Bloomers Home and Garden Center. Bloomers is located in Washington Township in Gloucester County, New Jersey, just 20 minutes from Philadelphia. For directions and information, visit www.bloomers.com. That's www.bloomers.com. And we'll see you in the garden.
See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Wow, Julio. Today's show, again, went fast. So much to talk about. Listen, next week's show, we're going to be talking about combo pots, vegetable gardens, and butterfly bushes.
All right.
And listen,
Yes.
everybody out there, call the hotline.
Yes,
Ask your
call.
questions. We do not answer the phone, but we get the message. So what you're going to do is you're going to call that number, 609-685-1880. Leave us your message. We'll call you back. We call back quick. And if we use your question on air, guess what? You get a T-shirt. How awesome is that?
That's great.
That's right. Brett, thank you. Awesome
Thank you,
job.
Brett. Thank you, Brett.
And again, we'll see you next week here in the garden.
See you in the garden.
Bloomers in the Garden is an hour-long gardening radio program that airs to over 6 million residents throughout the Delaware Valley. From Allentown to Wilmington, from the Main Line to the Jersey Shore, Bloomers in the Garden can be heard twice each Saturday morning, first at 8 a.m. on 860 WWDB and again at 9 on 610 a.m. ESPN Radio. Each episode of Bloomers in the Garden will be broadcast on Bloomers' Facebook page and available as a podcast on bloomersinthegarden.com. Bloomers in the Garden is adding sponsors. Share your message to our large, diverse group of listeners. Commercials and segment sponsorships are available at incredibly affordable prices. Let Bloomers in the Garden get your message out to one of the largest and most diverse populations in the country. If you're interested in joining us in the garden, please visit bloomersinthegarden.com or email len@bloomers.com.